The SKIBIDI toilet is back. Today I'll show you and explain all the secrets hidden in the new episode 71 of SKIBIDI toilet that you may not have noticed. The SKIBIDI toilet has reappeared and has taken something important from the SKIBIDI's laboratory. We've seen new enemies who have upgraded their weapons, as well as the cameramen who are also better equipped and armed. However, something very bad is about to happen, and in this video I'll explain this evil plan of SKIBIDI toilet and what's happening with the mysterious Astro toilet that appeared at the end. Additionally, I'll explain what the TV Titan said and more secrets we found in this video. So if you want to know about all of this and more, stay until the end of the video, not without first 100 likes and everyone subscribing. That the SKIBIDI toilet has escaped. In the new episode 71 of SKIBIDI toilet, we saw at the beginning how a POV cameraman was watching the real-time transmission from Plungerman's camera of what was happening in episode 70. If we remember, at that moment when Plungerman approached the room where the SKIBIDI scientist was talking to Dafukboom, an error message appeared in the transmission and recording in the top right corner. And it was exactly at that moment that the signal with the transmission being watched by the POV cameraman of this episode 71 was cut off. And that's why on his tablet the message of lost connection appeared. Something curious is that this cameraman's tablet doesn't have any number written next to the name of the cameraman. Unlike other POV cameramen, when they look at their tablet, have a code next to them that is the number that represents them, as we saw in episode 56. After this POV cameraman watched as one of the screens of the TV Titan had just defeated some flying SKIBIDIs, and just at that moment a SKIBIDI with a rocket launcher appeared and shot at that screen, which couldn't escape in time and was hit. Fortunately, it didn't completely destroy, and the TV Titan grabbed it and placed it back on his shoulder, and this would be the explanation of why. The TV Titan has the screen on his left shoulder damaged, just as we saw at the end of episode 70. The three Titans were gathered and we could observe the AC cannon that the camera Titan still had because it recently stole it from a SKIBIDI toilet. And the TV Titan uttered some words which can only be understood if we reverse this scene. So pay close attention to the message that follows. Basically, the TV Titan insulted that SKIBIDI toilet and told him that he is about to die for what he just did, and the SKIBIDI toilet responded by singing his song, which was actually a command for two quadruple rocket launchers to appear behind a mountain, and they began to bombard the Titans with everything they had. The camera Titan used the cannons on his shoulders to intercept these missiles and explode them before they reached them. Meanwhile, the speaker Titan was firing with the cannons on its arms. On the other hand, the TV Titan struck with the sword on its arm, creating a gust of wind that slowed down the missiles mid-flight. But what he didn't know is that one of those missiles fell directly onto a POV cameraman who was there, and so this POV cameraman died in an accident caused by the TV Titan. F in the chat for this fallen soldier. And all of this was actually being observed by another POV cameraman from another tablet, and as he looked up, he saw behind the mountain many explosions, because that's where the three Titans were fighting with that SKIBIDI with rocket launchers. Several camera helicopters were parking nearby, and we could see several tactical cameramen, that is, these cameramen who arrived as reinforcements equipped with sound protection, lens protectors, and jetpacks, as well as new weapons and toilet paper grenades. There was also a speaker man dressed all in black who was dancing. This is what certain speaker men do when they are excited, and it seems like he's happy since in this war zone they have defeated the Alliance, as we see many destroyed toilets around, indicating that at least in this place the toilets have been eliminated. A curious fact is that the dance this speakerman is doing is called Boogie Down, and like the other speakers' dances, it was also taken from Fortnite. If you find this episode very interesting, I challenge you right now to like my video. Remember, if we reach 100 likes, I'll bring you more explanations and secrets from SKIBIDI toilet, and subscribe, activate the bell icon. More camera helicopters arrived at this location, and we see how these aircraft have also been upgraded, as they seem to have machine guns on the side. Several medical cameramen were arriving who were reviving certain cameramen fallen in combat, and nearby we could observe how one of the tactical cameramen was showing the new weapons and equipment that the Alliance is bringing to other cameramen and a large cameraman. Surely those two cameramen and the large cameraman are among the first soldiers in this war who did not yet have these new weapons, and perhaps they were explaining how they work since they will be given theirs soon. Behind we saw a cameraman maintaining his rocket launcher camera helicopter, and at that moment another helicopter helicopter made a forced landing and a medical cameraman approached to help and repair this aircraft. The POV cameraman kept walking until he encountered a tactical cameraman who was investigating the area and had just realized that where everyone was standing was actually a secret hatch, as behind him were some controls to open it, and precisely at that moment the hatch began to open and platforms began to rise. The cameraman quickly flew to be next to the POV cameraman, and they watched as everything rose, and from underneath emerged two skibidis in toilets carrying a giant container. The tactical cameramen quickly attacked with their cannons at the skibidis and the container to prevent them from taking it away, and even the two rocket launcher helicopters behind also began to fire, but none of this harmed them, and they managed to escape with the mysterious container. But what was so important that was inside it? It's something they were evacuating from the Skibidi's laboratory because they knew it was being destroyed, and they had to save the most important thing that was in the base, which is surely hidden inside this container. But what could be so crucial that they are protecting here? Despite the attacks from others, those Skibidis and the container managed to escape. Then the POV cameraman turned to see the two camera helicopters that had fired, one of which was the one that had landed recently and was repaired very quickly. But then everyone heard a disturbing sound, and it was that the real Skibidi G toilet was coming out from underneath these hatches. It had escaped since episode 67 and then took refuge inside the Skibidi's base, as we saw through the tablet in episode 69. Now we understand that what it was actually doing was grouping up with other Skibidi toilets to escape from the place, taking the most important things from the laboratory. Even on this same tablet, we could see the two Skibidis that were with the container. Pay close attention to this tablet because you can see other Skibidis that will also appear in this episode 71. The tactical cameraman, upon realizing it was the G toilet, knew they couldn't defeat it, so they tried to escape by flying. But this Skibidi attacked with its laser cannons and destroyed the helicopters, and several cameramen died and fell to the ground. And if we rewind at this moment, we can see the G toilet, who was sad because a while ago the Astro toilet destroyed all its upgrades. But here we confirm that it's still alive, fulfilling another theory we mentioned in previous videos. So give it a like for another theory confirmed. Amidst all the explosions, we see the mutant Skibidi again, which was cutting a medical cameraman in half with its chainsaw and then threw him to the ground. At this moment, we saw several builder Skibidis, the ones that appeared on the tablet, flying around, and one of them was carrying several boxes, which are also important. Now, we witnessed an upgrade that this mutant Skibidi has received, which is a laser cannon on the same arm as its chainsaw, with which it finished off a cameraman who had survived but was severely injured. With his last strength, he shot at the mutant Skibidi, but it didn't harm him, and instead the cameraman died instantly. At this moment, everyone left F's in the chat for all the fallen soldiers in this battle. Then the G toilet and the mutant Skibidi looked at each other as a sign of approval, because the G toilet is proud of how powerful this mutant Skibidi has become. We even saw how it has two katanas on its back. Another builder Skibidi was seen escaping from there, which even has tentacles. At that moment, the G toilet realized that there were still several cameramen alive, albeit very wounded, including the POV cameraman, so it shot them with its laser cannons to finish them off. While the POV cameraman was agonizing, he saw the G toilet leaving, but he also saw the Astro toilet, which was chasing the G toilet from the shadows. This is the same Astro toilet with pincers that appeared in front of the Titans in episode 70. It stayed for a moment observing this place and realizing the tremendous power that the G toilet now possesses, as it has become stronger than before. After this, the Astro toilet teleported away, disappearing from there. Surely it will reunite with the other Astro toilets to tell them everything it just saw and warn them that the G toilet is more dangerous now. And with that, this episode ends, where we don't know for sure if that POV cameraman died at that moment or if he will survive, although it's most likely that he died there. Nevertheless, write down below in the comments all the theories you have, and if you noticed any secrets that I missed. Regardless, it's clear that the G toilet is stronger than ever, and the Astro toilets have observed all of this. They haven't allied with each other yet, but the evil Skibidi army remains powerful. If there was at least one secret in this video that you hadn't noticed from the episode, I invite you to like my video right now. Remember, if we reach 100 likes, I'll bring more additional secrets that we find and explanations and leaks about the Skibidi G toilet. So subscribe and activate the notification bell right now. I'm George Isaac 1 of 15. See you in the next video. Greetings to all and goodbye.